Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making Feed the League nachos from the official Wonder Woman cookbook. The ingredients we're going to need are 4 to 6 pita pockets, 2 red bell pepper that I've seeded and diced, 1 yellow onion that I've diced up, 2 tomatoes that I've diced, a half of a cup of olive oil, a fourth of a cup of black olives, a half of a cup of feta cheese, a half of a cup of the Greek style yogurt, the rind of 1 lemon, 1 teaspoon of cumin, and we're also going to need some salt and pepper to taste. And those are all of our ingredients. So let's go ahead and get them moved out of the way, and we're going to go ahead and start making our pita chips. So the first step to making our nachos is to start by making our pita chips. And I'm just going to do that by cutting wedges out of the pita pockets. I'm going to just cut them in half, and then we'll just keep making them down into little wedges. We'll start like that, and then I think I'll go in half again, and then in half again. And that should be a good sized chip, I would think. And I'm going to put those over on an aluminum foil lined cookie sheet. While I'm getting the rest of these chopped up, I would like to go ahead and remind you of the Gamers and Geeks playlist that JP and I have going on our channels. It is a community-driven playlist made up of you, our friends and YouTube family. If you would like to be a part of it, it's really easy. All you have to do is go out and make a cooking video, and once you've done that, post it to your channel and then let JPIC or I know in the comments section of our latest cooking videos. Or if you're a part of our Discord servers, you can let us know over there as well. The only thing we do ask, guys, is that you mention the Gamers and Geeks playlist somewhere in your video, as well as leaving a link down in your description to it. And that way we can just continue to support all the people who have already contributed to the list. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and get these last chips fixed up, and then we're going to move on to our next step. Now that I have our pita chips all spread out on the cookie sheet, I'm going to go ahead and drizzle about half of this oil over the top of them, and then we're going to toss them to coat in the oil. And this is just going to help them to start crisping up in the oven. Alright, there we go. I'm going to toss these around, and then I'm going to arrange them and put them into a 350-degree oven, where I'm going to allow them to bake for about 5 to 10 minutes or until they just start crisping up. While I've got the chips crisping up in the oven, we're going to go ahead and combine our toppings. And I've gone ahead and added our vegetables into the bowl. I'm going to follow that with the black olives and the feta cheese. And I'm also going to drizzle over the remainder of the olive oil that we had. And then I'm just going to toss these until they're all well coated. I'm going to try not to break the feta up. I'm going to leave it in there as kind of whole as we can. So the last thing we want to do is add a little bit of salt and pepper to this. I'm not going to be adding a lot of salt, simply because feta cheese is salty on its own, and I don't want to over salt this. So just about, I don't know, a fourth of a teaspoon, I think. We can go ahead and try a little bit of it just to see if it's the right salt level. I could use a tad bit more, but not much. So maybe a half of a teaspoon in total. And I think that is going to be good. I'm going to go ahead and set this aside and wait until our chips are out of the oven. I've gone ahead and removed our chips from the oven, where I did go ahead and keep them in for the full 10 minutes. And they are just now starting to get a little crispy. So what we're going to do next is start adding our toppings on. And you want to be sure to spread these out evenly. And any accumulated juices that have released after we added the salt to the tomatoes, you want to leave those in the bottom of your bowl. If you add these to the top of your nachos, they will become soggy. Now that I have the toppings on top of our chips, I'm going to go ahead and put this back in the oven for an additional 15 to 20 minutes, or until the cheese starts to melt and our chips start crisping up. While I'm waiting for our nachos to come out of the oven, we're going to go ahead and assemble our Greek yogurt topping. And I've gone ahead and put just the yogurt in the bowl. I'm going to add in all of my lemon peel, as well as our cumin. And then I'm just going to stir this until it's well combined. Now that I have this completely combined, I'm just going to pop it in the refrigerator so it stays cold while we're waiting on our nachos to come out of the oven. Our Feed the League nachos are out of the oven, and I've gone ahead and topped them off with our Greek yogurt mixture. All we have left to do now is give them a taste, see what we think about them. I really do like this fun twist on your traditional nacho. All the flavors here go really well together. I love the feta cheese, and black olives are one of my favorite olives. I like the fresh lemon in the Greek yogurt. It gives it a nice fresh pop. Overall, this is a very good dish. The only thing I would do different is fix the Greek yogurt ahead of time and allow it to set up in the refrigerator so all those flavors could come together just a little bit more. And I would definitely spread the chips a little bit thinner on the pan just to ensure that they all get crispy. I do have some that are a little bit on the soggy side, but hey, what's the nachos without some soggy chips in the bunch? But that is going to be it for me for the day. If you guys have enjoyed this video, leave me a comment down below. If you guys tried this recipe out, let me know how it turns out for you. Remember to check out the Gamers and Geeks playlist as well as my Wonder Woman cookbook playlist. I will leave links down in the description to it. But as always, thank y'all so very much for joining me today. I've been Vault Girl. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope I'll see you in the next one.